This section will help the taxpayer or transporter to understand the process of generating the EWayBill after successfully logging in the EWayBill system. To begin with, user has to select Generate New option under the EWayBill menu. The system will redirect the user to the EWayBill entry form. Please remember that all the fields marked as red are mandatory to fill by the user. Also, the GSTIN of the unregistered dealer is URP, which means unregistered person. Now, the user will select the transaction type as outward or inward and select the subtype accordingly. Next, the user will enter the document number and the document date. Please note that the document date should be a prior date to the date of EWayBill generation. In the next section of the form, consignor details, that is, bill from, and dispatch to, details will be auto-populated. However, the consignor address is editable. Next, the user has to enter the consignee details, that is, bill to, and ship to. If user has created a client master, he has to just type few characters of his client to get a drop-down list. Now, he can select the required name and the other details are auto-populated. Remember, this is possible only if user's client details are updated in the masters. If the goods are being delivered to a different address or state, then user has to change the recipient address details. Next, the user need to enter the items being delivered. If user has created a product master, he has to just enter 2 to 3 characters of the product name so that a list is displayed. Now, he has to choose the particular product and the rest of the fields such as HSN code, unit and tax are auto-populated by the system. Again, remember that this is possible only if user has created a product master. Otherwise, user can enter the fields manually as well. Now, the user has to enter the quantity and the taxable value. The tax is calculated automatically. For intrastate, CGST and SGST tax, and for interstate, IGST tax will be calculated. Next, the user will update the transportation details and enter the details, that is transporter name, transporter ID, and the approximate distance to be covered for shipment delivery. The distance decides the validity days of the EWBIE for the first 100 kilometers. The validity is 1 day, and subsequently for every 100 kilometers, the validity will be 1 day. For example, if user enters approximate distance as 250 kilometers, then the validity of EWayBill will be 3 days. Here it is to be noted that this example is applicable for regular vehicle type. In case the vehicle type is over-dimensional cargo, which will be covered in next part, the distance limit for deciding the validity is 20 kilometers instead of 100 kilometers. For example, if user enters approximate distance in ODC case as 125 kilometers, then the validity of EWayBill will be 7 days. This completes the part A of the EWayBill. Once user updates the part A, he has to update the EWB part B, which consists of mode of transportation, road, rail, air, or ship, vehicle type, regular, over-dimensional cargo, vehicle number, transporter dock number and date. Please note that user can enter the vehicle number only in the formats specified in the vehicle number field. Once the user completes Part B, he can preview the entire EWayBill entry form by clicking the Preview button and can make corrections if required. Next, the user has to click on Submit button, and upon successful validation, the EWayBill system will generate a 12-digit EWayBill number with QR code. Here the user will also have the option to take the printout of the EWayBill. Remember that the EWayBill is valid only if the vehicle number is updated by the taxpayer or the transporter, and the validity starts from the day when the vehicle number is updated. Please also remember that the EWayBill once generated cannot be deleted. However, it can be cancelled by the generator within 24 hours of generation. If it has been verified by any empowered officer, then it cannot be cancelled.